Trump wants to give Americans a 50-year mortgage. What does that mean? Is that a saving grace for first-time homebuyers, or is it a ticking time bomb for the housing market? Let's find out.
Some say it will change the game. Some are saying it's the beginning of a slow collapse. We'll walk you through what it is, how it works, and how it could reset everything for a first-time home buyer.
Or trap them.
Or trap them, for sure.
So what is a 50-year mortgage? It's just what it sounds like. It's your mortgage, your loan being spread over 50 years. Typically, we've seen a 30-year mortgage and sometimes a 15-year mortgage. This will allow you to take out more money from the bank and pay less every month, but could be for the rest of your life.
What are some of the pros and cons of the 50-year mortgage?
So as I said, it's lower payments every month, right? So now your big loan is being spread over 50 years. So obviously lower payments every month. Also, you're able to afford more of a house. So you basically are not being priced out of homes anymore. You're actually able to afford what your family needs. But there are definitely cons. One of them is you may be paying this house off for the rest of your life. And if you need to move at any point and there's any market shifts during that time frame, you may be looking to owe the bank more than the actual house is worth. And that has happened before, and that's when foreclosures come into play, right? Another con is building equity super slow. So what does that mean? Your payments are mostly interest and very, very little is going to the actual principal of the loan.
And here's the twist. Trump is talking about this being federally backed. That would be a huge policy shift and a big difference for first-time homebuyers.
And certain incomes for sure.
We're seeing the worst affordability crisis in history. Low inventory, prices are going up.
Interest rates are still high.
Interest rates are still high, and a lot of the first-time homebuyers are really priced down and have not been able to purchase a home. We're seeing the worst affordability in history. The inventory is still super low, the interest rates are high, and the first-time homebuyers are really struggling. And for a lot of them, buying a home is out of reach or feels like it's out of reach. But is the 50-year mortgage a fix or just a band-aid? Wait till the end to find out.
So for some people, this could be a true life changer. Imagine a couple in their 20s or 30s, or just a single person looking for a home and really being priced out because they just can't afford the monthly payments. Now taking that same loan, that same price point, and spreading it over 50 years, that reduces their monthly payment by hundreds and hundreds of dollars. This is a true game changer for affordability in states like New Jersey. And what it does is it allows people to move to towns like Westwood, Cranford, Summit, all these beautiful towns we talk about, even some suburbs in Bergen County. It really opens up a lot of areas for home buyers.
We know there's a lot of pros to a 50-year mortgage, but here are some cons, and they are a few. Buyers are now taking on a much larger debt than they would have done otherwise, so sometimes they're really stretching themselves outside of their comfort zone. You also now are opening up the market to more buyers that all of a sudden are qualified that were not qualified before, and that could bring the prices up again, creating more competitive market that we're not necessarily anticipating at this particular moment. With a 50-year mortgage, homes become harder to refinance and harder to sell. So you have to anticipate some life changes that might happen. You might need a bigger home. You might get a divorce. You might change jobs and move out of state. You want to be able to sell your home and move on with your life. But unfortunately, with a 50-year mortgage, you're highly dependent on the market and how that market shifts. If the market unfortunately shifts in a downward manner, you could be upside down on your mortgage and not have any equity even after paying it off for many years.
Now imagine a 50-year mortgage becomes standard. So what does that mean? Monthly payments go down for buyers so they could afford more, but then the home prices kind of climb up to match that affordability. And suddenly we have the same problem just like student loans, where you're locked into paying your debt for the rest of your life. And what happens when you try to move or you try to sell, like Marina mentioned? You're trapped.
This is not a brand new idea. It has been done in other countries before, and it has been quite successful. Japan and Switzerland has been doing it for many, many years.
And United Kingdom is also looking to offering it to their citizens as well.
And whether this becomes policy or not, I think it's a very clear sign that the housing conversation is changing, and it's changing fast.
We'll be watching this closely because for our clients moving to the burbs of New Jersey, affordability is everything.
If you're wondering how to make your move work, let's talk.